Good evening. It is Saturday, October 18th, and here's your evening news rundown in under 5 minutes. So, no King's Day demonstrations continue nationwide, so far surpassing 7 plus million people. Now in Washington, D.C., it's estimated that 200K people there. They're saying 100K in New York. I was there in New York, in Manhattan specifically, and I can assure you it was more than 100K. There's estimates from 100 to 250K. I lean towards the latter. I think it was at least 200,000 to 250,000. It was just an endless sea of humanity, especially when you look at the drone footage. The protests are largely peaceful. In New York, there was no arrest made for the protests. So, yeah, it was great turnout. And the numbers are climbing. Remember, on the West Coast, it's 3 hours early. So what is it? 3:43 there, in the afternoon. In other news, we know that ICE and Border Patrol will receive both current pay and back pay from emergency funding. You know who's not getting paid? The Capitol Police. That's right. The ones that insurrectionists beat and murdered and, entered in our Capitol building. Yeah, they're not getting paid. So Trump has his favorites. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering because it's that ridiculous. Trump has his favorites, and he's playing favorites. We can see because, George Santos, his sentence was commuted. So, he's out of prison. Who's next? Ghislaine Maxwell? That is a strong possibility. I think he's gearing up to give her a pardon because that way, God forbid, according to him, not God forbid for us, if she testifies against him, what evidence? We still haven't sworn in Adelita Grijalva because she's the 218 vote to get the Epstein files. That is strategic. They're trying to put it off as long as possible so that we don't know the truth. But we already know the truth. If you weren't hiding anything, you would just say, release the files and let's get on with it. But, it may be the president is the files. And now let me tell you something else. I know we talk a lot about presidential immunity here because the Supreme Court gave the president presidential immunity for official acts. You know what is not an official act? Treason. There's several treasonous things that are happening in this country, and he is at the head of it. And don't let anyone fool you into thinking that is going to be considered an official act. It will not be. Treason is never an official act of the president. Becoming a dictator is treason in this country. I'm just saying, guys. Now, we're also learning that the U.S. Navy, who held 2 survivors from our bombings there in the Caribbean, will be released to their respective countries, which are not Venezuela. So all that talk about these are Venezuelan drug dealers and we're going to do a regime change and the Venezuelans are bringing in drugs. These people are not Venezuelan. Yeah, that's a thing. Maybe you should stop bailing out former schmazzies in Argentina because that's what you're bailing out, right? So I guess those are your brethren because you guys all seem to be schmazzi affiliated these days. According to the GOP chat boxes that just got released from the Young Republicans. But anyway, that's your evening news rundown. I'm Simply Sugar. Stay informed, stay smart. Most importantly, always stay safe. Like, share, and follow if you can.